Earthworm, scientific name of the earthworm over here, that's the Perithema posthuma. Perithema posthuma, that's the scientific name of earthworm. Okay. One of the genus of the earthworm, that is the Perithema, and another one that you call Lumbricus. Okay, that you call the Lumbricus. So Lumbricus and the Perithema, these two are the earthworm different species. Okay. Two different species of earthworm, Perithema and Lumbricus. Now next, as you see in the picture, that's the earthworm color. Color of the earthworm, that is reddish brown. Okay, so first color, that species name, second their color reddish brown, and you know their habitat. Okay, earthworm habitat, that is first of all terrestrial. Okay, they are present on land. On land, and remember they require particularly the moist land. Right? We require moist land where the moisture is available in the soil. Earthworm can easily in moist land, earthworm can easily survive. Earthworm belongs to phylum. Can you tell me earthworm belongs to which phylum? Can anyone tell me earthworm belongs to which phylum? Sakshi?
Annelida.
Correct. Annelida phylum. Okay. So earthworm belongs to phylum Annelida. Okay. Phylum Annelida, remember. Then remember that they are present in the moist land. Terrestrial is there, but terrestrial with that the moist land, right? Now, these earthworms, they are live inside the soil, so they make a burrow, right? So this type of organism we call burrowing animals. These animals are known as the which one? Burrowing animals, because they make a burrow inside the. Next, after that, if anyone asks that what is the food of the earthworm, so earthworm lives inside the soil, so earthworm food is soil. Earthworm eats the soil. Why soil? Because inside the soil lots of organic matter is present. Okay, inside the soil lots of organic matter is present, and from the soil it gets this organic matter. Inside the digestive tract, it converts into easily absorbable form. Earthworm, do you know earthworm that is also known as a decomposer? That is behaves as a decomposer because earthworm eats the organic matter, right? So inside the soil, the dead bodies are there, dead parts of the plants are present. Earthworm eats this thing, and from that it gets the nourishment, right? And it helps in a decomposition also of the organic particles which are present inside the soil. So first, earthworm color reddish brown, habitat terrestrial with moist soil, and they are present generally on upper layer of the moist soil, not too much deep layer, right? Now, when you visit in the, visit any field, particularly in the garden, and you found that in particular area, this type of the soil balls are present. Soil balls are present like this, right? So these are actually what? They are ball-like structure. Okay, soil ball-like structure. So they are actually the fecal matter. They are what? Fecal matter of earthworm. Because earthworm is the soil particles, from that it gets the nourishment, and whatever undigested food is present, that come outside as a fecal matter. So this fecal matter in the form of ball, or you can say that pellet, right? They discharge outside, and these are known as the fecal pellet. These are known as the fecal pellet. Now, when you observe this thing in the field, right? Okay, this type of the soil balls or soil pellets are there, or fecal pellets are there on the upper layer of the soil. Then you can easily get the idea. If you dig out that soil, suppose यहाँ पे है, and if you dig out the soil over here, just upper layer of the soil, okay, superficially when you dig out, you get over here, so okay, earthworms are present. So this is the one kind of indication point. In this soil, the earthworms are present, and that things we call here worm casting. We can easily identify the place of worm. Here, these earthworms are present, right? Sorry. Here these earthworms are present, and due to that, we can easily identify that place with the help of this fecal pellet or fecal matter, which are deposited as the soil pellets, right? And that phenomenon, remember, you call worm casting. So worm casting, okay, worm casting के लिए याद रखना that earthworm first of all lives in a burrow. They eat the soil. From the soil, it gets the that's the organic material. It gets the nourishment. Whatever things are undigested, they discharge outside in the form of fecal pellet. Next, they are discharged on the upper layer of the soil, right? So when you observe in the field this type of the structure, you can easily get the idea over here the earthworms are present. And when you dig out that, you can easily find out the earthworms. So this thing helps in worm casting, right? Next thing that now we are going to learn first morphological features of earthworm. Morphology, as you know, that's the external feature. Okay. So morphological features of earthworm, in that first, see, earthworm has body surface. Earthworm has a body surface. Suppose this is the earthworm, right? So one thing that first anterior and posterior end. Can you make out the anterior end and the posterior end? Both are look-wise similar actually. Both are look-wise similar. We can differentiate that this one is anterior, this one is posterior. Huh. But we can easily differentiate with the help of this structure that is present towards the anterior end, and this structure we call clitellum. Okay, basically it's a one kind of gland. It's a one kind of what? Gland. वो reproductive system करेंगे तब explain होगा कि what is the function of that. It's a one kind of glandular region, and that dark glandular tissues are present over here, and that form clitellum that is present towards the anterior side. So with the help of clitellum, we can easily differentiate this one is the anterior side, this one is the posterior side. Next thing that, so first we have discussed anterior posterior side. Now we are going to discuss that this is the earthworm. Right over here, this clitellum is present. Next, again same here, clitellum is present. Earthworm has two surface. जैसे हमारे में है, on the dorsal side backbone is present and ventral side the heart is present. Where the heart is present, that is our ventral side. Backbone vertebral column is there, that is our dorsal side. So earthworm also has these two types of surface, dorsal and ventral. When you touch the earthworm, okay, when you see the earthworm, you can find out that one black color lining present at the center on one side. On one side that you find that black color lining is present easily from the external surface. When you touch the earthworm, you can easily observe this thing, right? So if on the surface, on those surface, on this surface where you find the black color line, that you call mid dorsal line. ये line कौन सा होता है? Mid dorsal line, and that is the earthworm's dorsal surface. तो जहाँ पे आपको line मिला है, that is the dorsal. So exactly opposite surface where line is absent, that become the which one? Ventral surface. Right? So anterior, posterior first we have differentiate. Next now we are going to differentiate which one, that's the dorsal and ventral surface. Dorsal surface, remember at the middle position, mid dorsal line is present. And this mid dorsal line, this is actually what, this mid dorsal line is actually what, that is the blood vessel. Dorsal blood vessel इसमें होता है. Dorsal blood vessel. On the outer surface, when you observe, it looks like a black color lining that is run throughout the length, anterior to posterior. Ventrally, this structure is absent. So those side this line is present, you call dorsal. Exactly opposite, you can say that ventral. Right? Now, one more demarcation point is there for this ventral surface. So on the ventral surface, can you make out over here? See, this here the black line is present, so we can say that it's a dorsal surface and this one is a ventral surface, right? So in ventral surface, on the earthworm body over here, can you make out these structures? Pores are present. Pore meaning what? Opening. Earthworm में remember external fertilization होता है. In earthworm, type of fertilization is which one? External. Now external fertilization, so meaning what? Gamete should be come outside for fertilization. Sperm and ova both release outside. And you know, earthworm is a bisexual organism. Earthworm is a bisexual organism, or you can say that monoecious organism, or you can say that hermaphrodite. All these three terms are different, meaning same. Bisexual meaning what? In a one single organism, testes and ovary both are present. Humans में क्या है? Male produce sperm, female produce ovum. In case of earthworm, single earthworm produce sperm as well as ova. Right?
मैम नेम रिपीट करोगे एक बार?
किसका?
3 बाइसेक्सुअल और वो दोनों.
Bisexual, monoecious or hermaphrodite. Okay, bisexual, monoecious or hermaphrodite. So on ventral surface, see, to release the sperm and to release the ova outside, for that the pores are required on the body, so through which easily the gametes can come outside. This is the female opening. Here this one is a male opening, right? Can you make out the pores? small circle-like structure, pores are there. So female genital opening, male genital opening. Pores are present on ventral side. On dorsal side, no pores. On dorsal side, mid dorsal line, that dorsal blood vessel. On ventral side, pores are there. Which pores? Genital opening pores are there. Male and female genital. बोलिए इतना क्लियर है फर्स्ट आपको? Next, earthworm shape. When we see the shape, that we can say that it's a cylindrical body. Okay, earthworm has a cylindrical, long cylindrical body. And if you can make out, यहाँ पे देखो earthworm में ऐसे partitions बना है, segments. You know metameric segmentation, right? So in earthworm, metameric, it belongs to Annelida phylum. In that metameric segmentation is there. So entire body is divisible into segments, right? Approximately 100 to 120 segments are present, approximately. Next, after that, first, that's the anterior end. Okay, first, that's the which one? Anterior end. So anterior end over here towards the, suppose this is the first segment, second segment, third segment, fourth segment, like this. So first segment of the earthworm, okay, remember, first segment of the earthworm, that we call peristom. Okay, first segment we call the which one? Peristom. Peristomium. Peristomium. Right? Next, with this first segment, see, first segment, remember, that is the peristomium. Now, in the first segment, their mouth is present, okay, with a lobe structure. So यहाँ पे ऐसे structure होता है, wedge shape. Okay, wedge meaning what? That's a pointed structure. This pointed structure is required because earthworm eats the soil. So उसको soil को dig out करना पड़ेगा first, right? So this wedge shape structure is present. This wedge shape structure is present with this first segment, peristome. And this structure you can say that now prostomium. This structure we call prostomium, right? So anterior end consists of mouth. Mouth meaning what? This segment, peristomium, and prostomium. Anterior end में mouth होता है, and mouth with that the lobe part is present, that you call the which one? Prostomium. Prostomium, it's a lobe which serves as a covering for the mouth, and it's a wedge shape, pointed structure to open the cracks. Okay, to open the cracks which are present in the soil, and easily it gets the food. Food भी ले सकता है इससे. And one more thing, earthworm makes a burrow, right? Earthworm makes a burrow, tunnel-like structure बनाता है, burrow. So suppose over here the soils are present, so earthworm has to be dig out that, open this crack, right? When gradually it remove this soil over here and make a burrow, so it can easily crawl inside that burrow, right? Can you imagine this thing? Right, pointed structure is there with the help of this pointed, otherwise earthworm is an entirely muscular body, right? So it needs one pointed structure, that is the prostomium, and with the help of this prostomium it can easily open the crack inside the soil and make a burrow and crawl. Prostomium, this prostomium, wedge shaped structure, pointed one, is a sensory in function. Sensory in function meaning what? As you know that earthworm lives in a moist soil, right? So this structure can sense where the moisture is present, moist containing land is there and where the dry land is there. This structure has the ability to differentiate this thing. एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था, okay, so many actually experiments are done. एक plate लिया था and in this plate on one side kept that moist soil, on other side keep this dry, this one is a dry, this one is a moist, and keep the earthworms at the center, release the earthworm at the center, right? earthworm को तो हमने नहीं बताया कि यहाँ पे moist land है, यहाँ पे dry land है, but earthworm has the sense to where the moist land is present. 2 to 3 times this type of experiment was repeated, and every time earthworms move towards the which one? This moist land, moist soil, right? This is one kind of the experiment was performed, and on the basis of that, scientists, okay, analyze this thing that at the mouth, with the mouth, the lobe-like structure, wedge-shaped structure is their prostomium, which behaves as a sensory in function to identify where the moist surface is present. Right? Next, this first body segment. See, earthworm mein, remember that's 100 to 120 segments are there. First segment you call the mouth, other or name is the peristomium also. And see, either you can say that mouth or you can say that the peristomium, or you can say that buccal segment also. Right? So this much you have to remember for anterior end, peristomium, prostomium, and posterior end which has the anus. Next, this clitellum, this portion. Okay, clitellum, dark glandular band over here. Same thing, that structure present on and is a dorsal ventral, entirely it is covered, right? Now, clitellum present, see earthworm में एक चीज आपको learn करना है that it's a metamerically segmented body, earthworm, right? So exactly if I can say you know that 14, 15, 16 number segment. So आपको कोई भी earthworm ले लो, आपको 14, 15, 16 में क्या मिलेगा? This clitellum. First segment में क्या मिलेगा? Mouth with prostomium, right? So when you open up this segment, when you open up the earthworm body with exactly at this segment, you can find exactly that organ only. So earthworm, if you want to easily learn, recall, remember the segment number and the structure. So first one, now the things are begin. Clitellum. Clitellum present segments number 3, okay, 14, 15, 16. Anterior से आप count करना start करो 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14, 15, 16. Over there you find clitellum is present, right? Which is the dark glandular band or dark glandular tissues. Next, now on the basis of the clitellum, see total approximate consider that 120 segments are there, right? 14, 15, 16 में क्या मिलता है आपको? Clitellum. So on the basis of the clitellum position, this earthworm body is divisible into 3 parts. This is the clitellar part, 14, 15, 16 number clitellar part. 1 to 13 number we call preclitellar. Before clitellar, the segments are coming that we call preclitellar. And then simply 17 to last, you called postclitellar. Very easy. On the basis of the clitellum, body is divisible into three parts: preclitellar, clitellar, and postclitellar. Preclitellar 1 to 13, 14, 15, 16 clitellar, 17 to last, postclitellar. Right? Now next. After that, on the ventral side, okay, on the ventral side of the earthworm, that, as I told you, pores are present, right? So एक हमने learn किया female genital pore था, male genital pore, okay? One more type of pores are present on the ventral side of earthworm that you call spermathecal aperture or spermathecal opening. Spermatheca. Theca का meaning होता है bag-like structure. Sperma, sperm, a bag-like structure which stores sperm that you call spermatheca. A bag-like structure, sac-like structure which stores the sperm that you call the spermatheca. Right? Now, in earthworm, total 4 pairs of spermatheca are present. 4 pairs of spermatheca. See, spermatheca का shape ये है. Suppose this is the right? Spermatheca. In that, consider this is the 5th segment, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Right? So they are present on the lateral side and shaped like this: one large lobe, small lobe, and then opening. Right? This is the structure of spermatheca. Same on other side. Right? So total 4 pairs of spermatheca are present, and this spermatheca store the sperm. Store the sperm. Right? Now next. Location of spermatheca in which segment? 6, 7, 8, 9. Understand? If anyone asks, write down the or state the location of spermatheca, then your answer 6, 7, 8, 9 segments. With that, you have to write what? They are present on ventral side. So you have to write ventro, and they are present on sides. Ventral position, ventral में भी sides में है. So ventrolateral position exactly is which one? Ventrolateral. Right? So ventrolateral position is there. With that, 4 segments are there. 6, 7, 8, 9 in that 4 pairs of spermatheca. Now next, see the spermathecal opening. Can you make out? I have made the opening first pair of spermatheca. जो 6 segment में है spermatheca, उसका opening कहाँ पे? Between the 5th and 6th segment. देखो जो line draw किया ना, उसके ऊपर मैंने बनाया. Between the 5th and 6th. 7th का कहाँ पे आएगा? Between 6 and 7. 8 का कहाँ पे होगा? 7 and 8. And then 8 and 9. So if anyone asks, state the location of spermathecal aperture or opening, then your answer is which one? Either you can write in this way, between 5th, 6th, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. Or you can write in this way, between 5th to 9th segment, as written in your text. Right? Meet will and soon rejoin. And they are again located same like a spermatheca. Spermatheca के साथ ये तो position भी कैसा रहेगा? Ventrolateral. Ventrolateral position, 5th to 9th segment. Either you can write in this way also, that is also correct. Between 5th, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9.
कौन सी ओपनिंग?
Spermatical apertures, spermatheca openings. Right? So these are again opens on the ventral surface. So ventral surface पे ये और भी pore आ गए, male pore, female pore, and then spermatical pores, spermatical apertures. Right?